Hi friends, I hope you are all doing good. So this is basis on the Telegram thing which I confirmed that I'll be kind of sharing you a new setup which I have been working on. This setup is basically worked on liquidity concepts and the important thing about this is there are many things which I have developed not as per the scientific way of looking at liquidity concept, but something which I have been observing on the Indian markets. So if you look at so this concept is basically based on a bigger candles. Okay, if you know Mr. Oliver Wellis, he has developed this concept, which is basically called an elephant candle. Okay, elephant candle is nothing but these kind of candles. So if you look at it, these kind of candles, okay, these are big candles, right? So generally whenever the big move comes, there are big volumes which are being traded, or some kind of big guys are building some positions, right? So these levels are basically critical when we are trading uh, on a Nifty kind of scenario. So I'll just show you what exactly I've been trying to do. So whenever you look at these kind of big candles, right? So here if you see there's a big candle which has been formed. Okay, now there are two concepts of trading this. Okay, and I'll show it on the option charts as well, how and exactly what I'm trying to do. तो मैं क्या करना चाह रहा हूँ, right? तो whenever you get these kind of big candles, right? So whenever these big candles are there, your high and low becomes your major resistance and support. Okay, so when the market opens, if you see there is a big candle which has been formed, and mostly in a recent days, if you would have seen, market open somewhere and then it kind of gives you a bigger momentum on either side, right? Here it is a gap up opening, then the market comes down, right? And then the market comes below this particular level. Now whenever we are seeing this kind of big candles, so the high and low, when I told you high and low is important here, right? So whenever these high lows are important, what we see here is basically the low is broken right? So when the low is broken, if at all one candle forms below this, okay, and there are wicks which are getting formed, you know the next move would be on the downside. Okay, and here if you see, the correct move has come to the downside. Now the other thing which we have to look at it is, now in this candles, if you look at it, the open and close is not important. Only thing is the bigger candles is what I'm looking at. Even if it is a full week also, it is a elephant candle for me. Okay, so when we are looking at these kind of candles, what happens is, either the low, what it will do, either it will take the support at the low and it will move back to the top of the candle, okay, or else it will break and it will continue, it will do the continuation pattern, right? So most of the things, if you see here, it has exactly taken the top. Okay, reversal candle comes, it comes back to exactly on the bottom, it takes the support again, it tries to go upside on this particular place, right? So this is what exactly I am looking at. Now there are some whipsaws or some SLs which might hit. Okay, so my suggestion is always look out for your back testing, and then you will be able to kind of get the right momentums, right? So you do your own back testing, find out whether it is working, not working, and how, and this would need lots of practice. Okay, so it is not at all easier to have straight away go and just follow this setup. Okay, so mostly if you see where our liquidity lies, most probably the liquidity lies the biggest liquidity lies between your highs and lows. Okay, now if you look at these lines here, this is the high and this is the low. Okay, and these purple lines, if you can see on the charts, these are basically your weekly high lows. Okay, now what market was doing basically, okay, it has given the breakout, right? It has given the breakout here, then it is continuously going up. Okay, Now there was a liquidity grab happened on the top, okay, at the high, and then the market comes down exactly almost on the low. Okay, then market is playing in the range, it is multiple time testing the lows. Okay, this is basically weekly high it is testing and the lows it is testing. So every time the market comes back here, okay, so basically somebody is accumulating on these areas, right? So most probably if at all this this high is not breaking, it will kind of make a higher candle on the upside on the daily chart, right? So sorry, this session might go little longer, but I have to show you some of the examples and कुछ examples आपको दिखाने पड़ेंगे तभी आपको समझ में आएगा, right? तो when you see this kind of candle is formed on the opening, okay, every day you see last few days, okay, the big candle on the first candle, big candle on the first candle, right? And then basically our elephant candle, then the breakdown happens and it continues on the other side, right? Here the breakout happens, it continues on the other side, right? Here if you see a big candle inside, this one was a yesterday's low, right? Exactly liquidity grab happens, comes back exactly on the bottom. Okay, mostly whenever the big candle happens on the start, you will have this kind of momentums. Okay, so when we are looking at these things, I told you either the low, if I get a liquidity grab, basically a wick on the downside, okay, वहाँ पे एक थोड़ा सा बड़ा सा wick होना चाहिए, okay, और एक green candle form होना चाहिए. तो मैं यहाँ पे एंट्री करूंगा, ये मेरा एंट्री पॉइंट रहेगा, यहाँ पे ये मेरा स्टॉप लॉस रहेगा और मेरा टारगेट रहेगा अराउंड दिस कैंडल का हाई, राइट? सो यहाँ पे आप देखो, दिस इज द एग्जैक्ट थिंग इट हैज अचीव्ड, राइट? It has exactly given the shorting signal again, it comes back to the bottom of the candle, right? That is what I have been looking out. Now how do we use this in the charts? Because we generally trade in the options, okay, and यहाँ पे whatever you are seeing, right, this momentum might look big on the spot chart, but options may not move like this example of yesterday, right? Now market has opened inside that range, it has not even touched the high, neither it has touched the low, so it is sideways market. Okay, what it has done is basically red candle, okay, the liquidity grab is happening around this particular place, right? long wick हो गया यहाँ पे, यहाँ से ये wick, यहाँ से एक मोमेंटम आपको मिला है एट द टॉप, एग्जैक्टली ऑन द टॉप, राइट? फिर वापस यहाँ से रिजेक्शन करके ये इसी रेंज में ऑलमोस्ट पूरा दिन खेलता रहा, राइट? नाउ अगर इसको हम लोग चार्ट्स पे, ऑप्शन चार्ट्स पे देखेंगे तो आपको एक वेरी क्लियर सिग्नल मिलेगा कि आपको कहाँ पे और कैसे ट्रेड करना है, राइट? तो मैं आपको कुछ एग्जांपल्स दे देता हूँ, ठीक है? अब यहाँ पे ये थर्सडे का एक्सपायरी था, राइट? यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है एग्जैक्टली, ये एक बड़ा कैंडल बनाया है, ठीक है? नाउ आप बोलोगे कि ये कैंडल तो मैंने मिस कर दिया, और मैंने आपको बोला था कि जैसे एक लो पे एक लिक्विडिटी ग्रैब होता है, एक हाई पे एक लिक्विडिटी ग्रैब होता है, सेम चीज हमारे ऑप्शंस में भी हम लोग काम कर सकते हैं, राइट? नाउ यहाँ पे आपको तीन लाइंस मिलेंगे, बेसिकली एक क्लोज का लाइन भी है, राइट, और एक यस्टरडे का लो भी है, राइट? तो अगर लिक्विडिटी ग्रैब यहाँ पे होता है तो आपको पता है कि कहाँ पे, वहां पे आपको एक रिटर्न पोजीशंस मिल सकते हैं, राइट? जनरली यू विल सी ऑप्शंस आपके उसी रेंज में, यस्टरडे के हाई लो के रेंज में ही खेलते रहेंगे. अगर जिस दिन आपको एक बड़ा सा ब्रेकआउट मिलता है, आपको पता है आपको एक पोजीशन बाय करके उसको होल्ड करना है फॉर अ लॉन्गर टर्म, राइट? तो उसमें आपको टारगेट बड़ा मिलेगा, राइट? तो अब इसमें लिक्विडिटी कॉन्सेप्ट जैसे हम लोगों ने अगर देखा कि बड़ा कैंडल अगर आपको मिलता है, जैसे हम लोग यही एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, राइट? तो इस कैंडल का अगर आप चेक करोगे तो यहाँ पे एक हाई हुआ था, राइट, और यहाँ पे आपका एक लो हुआ था. इसमें एक फायदा ये है कि आपका जो एसएल है बहुत ही छोटा रहेगा. जनरली आप ऑप्शंस पे ट्रेड करोगे तो अब जैसे यहाँ पे एग्जैक्टली हम लोग क्या करेंगे कि इसको एक दोनों साइड में देखेंगे, राइट? तो अगर आप देखोगे तो ये जो कैंडल फॉर्म हुआ था, राइट, ये एक बड़ा कैंडल फॉर्म तो हुआ है, यहाँ पे एक्सपायरी डे है आपको एक अब ये मैंने 25,100 का पुट लिया है, मे बी हम लोगों को 24,700 का पुट लेना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि उस दिन मार्केट अराउंड 700 के आसपास था, ठीक है। तो आपको दिखा देता हूं क्या हुआ है, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे आप देखो, इसने कॉल साइड में तो आपको एक बड़ा मोमेंटम दे दिया, राइट। अब इसको आप यहाँ पे आपने देखा कि एक लिक्विडिटी ग्रैब हुआ है टॉप ऑफ द कैंडल, सो बेसिकली ये कैंडल के लो तक इसको आना है। फिर यहाँ से अगर कुछ एक कॉन्सेप्ट हम लोगों को मिलता है, एक लिक्विडिटी ग्रैब होता है, कुछ भी होता है, तो पॉसिबिलिटी आपको बड़ा कैंडल मिलने की चांसेस है, राइट। और ये आपका अगर देखोगे तो ये नेक्स्ट वीक का ऑप्शन है बेसिकली। मेरे पास अब पुराने चार्ट्स तो है नहीं, लेकिन ये इस वीक का चार्ट है, इस वीक का ऑप्शन है बेसिकली। एंड द मेजर थिंग इज whenever this has happened, liquidity grab has happened, you can always look at the put side. So basically what they have done to adjust this premium, especially on the expiries, whenever you have a volatile expiry, it will work very nicely. Okay, so now here if you see one in that candle only, there is a long wick which is formed, right, and around 190 के आसपास there is a entry 190 एंड अराउंड 160, सो 30 पॉइंट्स का एसएल तो है आपके पास, लेकिन यहाँ पे आपको टारगेट मिला है 190 से ऑलमोस्ट 245, सो ऑलमोस्ट 55 पॉइंट्स का टारगेट आपको मिला है। तो 1:1 काइंड ऑफ सेटअप आपको मिल जाएगा, राइट। तो यहाँ पे आप देखोगे तो यहाँ पे आपको एंट्री मिला है, मेजरली आपका टारगेट ये रहेगा, राइट। और जब भी आपका लिक्विडिटी ग्रैब होता है उसके नीचे आप एसएल लगाओगे तो यहाँ पे आपका एसएल रहेगा। और ये ऑप्शन को मतलब आप बेसिकली यू विल बी एबल टू प्रेडिक्ट व्हाट द नेक्स्ट कैंडल कैन डू इट, राइट। सो व्हेनेवर दिस हैपेंड, now here you see exactly on the bottom, whenever that big candle was formed, basically what has happened when short covering happened, now whoever these option writers who were there, they wanted the market to come down at least to get exit on this particular level, right. And then it started taking support. Okay, liquidity grab has happened here. Okay, very small stop loss, hardly some 5 points ka stop loss, but here if you would have seen, the target was around 129 from around 90, so it was almost like 40 points ka target. And after that it has given this candle ka breakout. So basically one is here, if you see the confluence, okay, one, it is given the range ka breakout. Second thing is it is broken the high. Now when it is breaking the high of yesterday, there is a high possibility. Now this candle has basically told you the liquidity grab has happened on the high, so basically they are not able to take it down. Now if you enter around 143, आपका SL रहेगा 12 points का and आपका target रहेगा almost double, right. So it is kind of given you one sided. And generally अगर आपका ऑप्शन में if at all डे का हाई ब्रेक होता है, डेफिनेटली आपको एक बड़ा सा मोमेंटम मिलता है बिकॉज ऑफ शॉर्ट कवरिंग। एक सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है शॉर्ट कवरिंग, उसकी वजह से यू आर गेटिंग दिस काइंड ऑफ मोमेंटम, राइट। सो दिस इज व्हाट द सेटअप इज. So you have two setups. One is basically on the bottom. Okay, now here if you see exactly it has come down to the bottom, right. This was yesterday's market, right. तो bottom में आपको 166 के आसपास बाई करना है, हार्डली 5 पॉइंट्स का स्टॉप लॉस रहेगा और 166 से लेके 185 तक आपका गया है। तो बेसिकली this thing is giving you very good scalping results. Okay, now here if you see there was a liquidity grab happened, but immediately the SL is hit. Okay, so these are the kind of things which you have to observe. Maybe 1 or 2 SLs will hit, but the SLs would be very small. Whenever it is giving you the momentum like this, maybe it will give you very big momentum, right. So you will at least know. Now here if you see, here the low was broken, right. So as I told you, low is broken, that means it is completely bearish. Here it is a double confirmation. Also this particular place, it has broken the this particular, whoever was trying to buy or hold this particular put has been kind of stopped out, right. So this is how this strategy works. I'm happy to share, kind of discuss with you in case if you have any doubts or anything, or in execution part also if you are facing some challenges, we can definitely discuss, right. So here also, if you see, this is a long out of the money option right now. But if you see here, 71 to 91, so 20 points of it has given you at a 300 points away option, right? So which is a very big momentum, especially 70 rupees. If you consider, this will be at least nothing less than 20% returns, right? So this is what the strategy is. Just observe this and kind of do the back testing. As I told you, yesterday's high, yesterday's lows, these are important. Okay, here if you see, yesterday's high only it has broken, it has gone above this particular thing, below this candle, because it's a breakout. Okay, yesterday's high is broken, so basically breakout, after that you are getting the trending move, so you'll be able to kind of capture. Now I'll show you something which was, now if you remember, there was a Thursday when the markets straight away fell down in the last I think some war news or something, right? So I think this one was, I'll tell you, war news. I'll show you the how the markets can actually give you money. Okay, now you observe this particular thing. Okay, sorry, I'm taking lots of examples, but I just wanted to kind of show you, right? So morning, what has happened? Now morning, there was a liquidity grab has happened on the top, right? So this one was a top, right? Exactly, it has taken the liquidity grab. Now full day market was trading here. Okay, everybody thought it is a bullish market, right? People who are using CPR and all those things, they know CPR was around this particular level and it was just playing around this level, right? So CPR guys would have missed this kind of trade, right? Now look at this, how you can identify and how you can trade on this kind of day. Okay, there is a liquidity grab, right? Long wick has happened, right? And my buy will only happen if at all this level is broken, at least, because there are two candles which is formed, right? So now when these kind of things are happening, we know market is still not bullish. Okay, now what it has done, it has done a liquidity grab here, it has given a breakout to this particular place, maybe some small trade could have been taken, right? After that, what it has done, now this was a place, right? There is one big candle, now this one was a high. Okay, this one was a place 416, this one was a place, ideally if this would have broken, your immediate target would have been 450. Okay, otherwise what has happened, this candle ka low is broken, this candle ka high, basically you short, right, the bigger candle, because the liquidity grab has happened in the first candle, right? First or second candle, right? So now if you see, this particular thing has happened, ideally market is supposed to go down. Now here, till that this particular point, there was no trade, there was no momentum. Maybe here you can take a small risk looking at price action, liquidity grab and all that thing. Okay, and if at all you would have taken, maybe you would have got the put at a very cheap rate. Okay, and see, after this, what was important for us, this place. Okay, there are two candles, 1 and 2. Okay, these are two candles. Once this was broken, you know very clearly that where it is going, because it has captured the liquidity grab. Generally, if you see on the high, if it is breaking, you tend to get the bigger move. So whenever you bought the put, you had only one thing, to buy and hold that put till the last minute, right? So if you observe these kind of setups, you will get to know what kind of money you can make with this simple setup. There is nothing, no rocket science in this. Okay, now look at this, liquidity grabs are happening around this level. Okay, big candle. Only thing is, when the breakout has happened here, the target is this. Okay, otherwise again low liquidity grab has happened, again the high is target. Okay, this is happening almost every day. Okay, and if you observe these kind of liquidity grabs, okay, now here you see big candle, candle low, it has taken the support, right? Once this candle ka high was broken, okay, after that trending move towards this particular target, right? Here you see again bigger day, right, where the trade has happened on the Friday kind of thing, where high liquidity grab has happened. Okay, this candle was a pure entry for me, okay, because here it has given the liquidity grab confirmation. After that you just have to buy and hold with this target. Once this is broken, you know it is going towards almost a bigger target, right? And exactly on the weekly high it has taken the support, again it has come back almost on the top. Right, so this is the setup. You observe this, okay, little longer video, but I had to explain certain concepts in a little better way. Maybe still you might have some doubts, so we are happy to discuss in the Telegram group. Okay, thank you guys, thank you for watching, have a nice day.